there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday, happy Fan First Friday. I'm always trying to do something new on the channel, and then there's the Fan First Friday event that happened today, so I thought it would be a good idea to try something new, do a little live stream with a recap of some of the things that were revealed and that we saw today. So I had this idea with my friend Troy. Troy Collects Toys on Instagram, big Marvel Legends fan, also another local Canadian collector. So shout out to everyone who is here today. Let's bring up Troy. What's going on?
Hello, everyone. How are ya?
Good. Thanks for coming on, man. I know you were excited to do something like this. We've done an unboxing before.
We have.
Was it here or was it on Instagram still? I think it was on.
It was
here.
On Instagram. No, it was
on
Instagram.
It? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think it's pretty cool that we can do this. This is my lunch break right now, so we're just shout out to everyone here who's just checking us out at 1:30 in the afternoon on a Friday, or everyone else in your respective time zones. We have Hayward Ellison who says nope right off the bat, so thank you. Blake, what's going on? Evan Alcatraz jumping on here for the first time live. Thank you for coming. Omar Vasquez, what's going on, man? Everyone, this couple of dopes, couple of nopes. Darren Squire, KJ Smith, Thor 2012, what's going on? Dan Who, how's it going, Dan?
Hey, Dan Who.
Tyler Lalonde, what's going on? Everyone here. Nodden Narb 101. I think you were new to the stream last night's stream. If you guys watched, thank you very much. It went on for quite a bit. This place is actually still a mess from last night. There's still boxes, Plunderlings boxes, Mezco boxes all here. So I am not ready for this at all.
It's not totally okay. As you can see, my shelves over here, they're a mess. I have a whole bunch of stormtroopers just not standing. They're basically piled on top of each other. I haven't really done any housekeeping. I don't know if you know, but we're all on like a lockdown here, and all I've been doing is watching WandaVision and just chilling because there's nothing else to do.
I definitely have to check that out later with the missus. But that shelf, that one, I think every collector has that one shelf where like the stuff isn't displayed and it's just a pile of stuff that's there, and it's like, this is what I intend to display for the future. Yeah. Like I do have a bunch of stormtroopers like that too.
I've been like kind of like organizing stuff, but then I got new stuff in, and then I'm trying to figure out where to put things. So I moved the Marvel Legends from here to there, and then new stuff is piling up over here. Ugh, it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. And we're like only in month 2 of 2021. So, oh man,
yeah,
things are already piling up.
But month 2, but this is the first Fan First Fridays of the year for Marvel Legends so far. Let's see, Joshua Kincaid is here. Rich M, what's going on? 796 Studios, welcome. So yeah, let's just get right into it. The guys were on today, Ryan, Dwight, and Dan. Oh, let me add it here. They were doing their usual amazing job of the live streams, right?
Yeah, honestly, I really love the Fan First Fridays. I love being able to like connect with them, even though they're virtually. Like we used to talk to them in person at Comic-Cons and stuff. So we've had the privilege to actually like talk to them full on. So being able to see them just virtually is kind of like refreshing, because I was always, when I used to go to Comic-Cons, it was always the first booth I used to go to, and they were the first people I talked to. So, it's really good. But I have to say one thing before we get started. Those comments today on the live stream, oh man, I don't know if you read them, but they were
I try not to.
They were so toxic. So I know that everyone wants certain things, but if you don't want something, you don't have to get it. So you don't have to like comment really rude things. So all I gotta say is like keep it professional on these on your when you're on these live streams. Like your name is attached to these things. Just keep it professional. And we're here because we love toys, and that's what they're here to do. So I
No,
don't know.
there's
So
a guy in there who's
yeah,
a troll. Like I think he's Toy Bandit, and then he was trolling. He usually trolls Dan. He did that on one of my streams before too. I was kind of like 2 weeks ago, which was kind of annoying. And I definitely saw him in there today. That's try not to
yeah,
let that ruin it. I turned off the comments, like you said. If it's not made just for you. So if it's not the figure that you want, just you don't have to buy it. And that's why I try not to read other people's comments because I'm trying to keep it for for myself, my opinion, what I'm collecting here.
exactly.
Um,
Like if I want something, I'm gonna get something. If I don't want something, I'm not gonna get something. So that's all.
yep. So this is a very special afternoon edition. Dope or nope. I have a little graphic. Yay! I forgot to put a trap horn. Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah,
First up,
wah.
first up is these. I think I can do it full screen, but we won't see us. But we can still talk. Are these? And I love that everything is still called Marvel Legends. They're just doing different scales, different things again. Even like like the Marvel Universe stuff before is all Marvel Legends now. They have this cool graphic for the Legends font, and then these retro cards. What do you think of these?
I like them. Am I going to buy them? Probably not. But these go with the retro things that are going on with Star Wars Black. So I kind of like them for that reason. So collectors can put them on the wall. They can display
Yeah,
them. But they look cool. Not going to lie. But I would never take them out of the package because they're more of like a
yeah,
display
that's the
piece.
thing.
But for me, I'm not really interested in them. But yeah, but they look cool.
I mean, I can't do unboxing Thursdays and then buy stuff that's meant to be uh, mint on card. So while I can appreciate these, like I'm always a sucker for really nice packaging and card backs, and I'm sure these will speak to a lot of collectors that have been doing this for a while with the retro style art and the card backs, and even the figure the style like the 5 POA style.
Yeah, they look really cool. I actually really like the Magneto.
Yeah, it's a nice selection of characters too. Uh, but like you said, it's dope. But in terms of do I need to buy it? That on that note, it's a nope for me. That's a no for me, Doug. What about you?
That's a nope. And that's a definite nope for me as well.
Yep. After that, we had they went right into the superhero part or the cosmic part, I believe.
Yeah, so something I don't know if people caught this, but they said cosmic wave for Walgreens. I don't know if people caught that, but are we getting like a wave spread out through the year? Are we getting multiple figures? Like I know Walgreens usually do 4 figures a year, but is it going to be like maybe 6 figures this year? They said wave, so that was like,
Right.
interesting.
So it was first it was Nova. I'm trying to add it back here. And
Nova looks
this is one you
dope.
were waiting for, right?
Yeah, Nova looks so nice. Nova is in this classic costume, but he could also go with the new Warriors. So I really like this. And it's a really big upgrade from the one that we got in the Guardians of the Galaxy wave. So I'm really, really stoked for this.
And the next one should show. He comes with the accessory and those extra hands there. I think you get the
Yeah, he
two
comes with
fists
the yeah, he
and the
comes with those
two
like
hands.
hands like this and this,
Yeah.
which is really cool. So
And then, like you mentioned, they said the cosmic wave. I don't know if it was just a leak or like a unconscious slip, or maybe just a poor choice of words. Maybe it's not a whole wave. Maybe they're just referring to the two. But there's also oh wait, this is it in package.
the package looks really nice. And it actually kind of goes with the Silver Surfer packaging, if you notice like the background and like the side.
Right. And they've been killing it with the artwork on these too. and making it
Yeah,
hard
they
to
look stunning.
throw those out. Yeah, and they also showed Quasar with, as you can see here, spacey space cape on the inside.
That figure looks amazing. I personally was like hoping we would get something like this, and Hasbro didn't disappoint. So I'm so excited for this.
It's probably like a really early, well, not really early in the production. You already have this, but they didn't show that many pictures of this, like in many other poses, right? And there's no other
Mhm.
in package or product shots out there, so maybe
They
they're
did
still
say
settling.
spring. They
Yeah,
said it's coming out spring 2021, so that's pretty early,
and they said
to be honest.
Nova first and then Quasar.
Hmm. And
So
honestly, if you think about it, like the Silver Surfer, they showed it like literally. They showed Silver Surfer what in November, and then we got our hands on it in January. I don't know. Not a lot of people have it, but I got mine in January. So Silver Surfer. But should are we getting Nova in a couple weeks?
yeah,
Who knows?
you know how a lot of my American toy collecting friends have been saying this now. It's like, oh, Canadians are getting everything now. Yes, we are. How does it feel? How does it feel?
We
Yourself, you got the House of X wave pretty early, and you were able to put up 2 reviews on your channel, which is awesome. I'm glad you started on that.
Yay, yeah, I did. I got two figures from the wave. I got Cyclops and Professor X, and I'm hunting. I was still hunting the rest of the wave, but they're showing up at our local Walmarts right now. So
Yep.
I'm every night I'm going to Walmart and checking if they have it. So whew,
Math.
that's a
Um, Yeah, so I put your Instagram in the description. I put your YouTube channel. So, guys, if you want to go check out a review of those 2 figures nice and early, Troy does have them on his channel, and the review looks great. I know you've been debating for a while if you wanted to do reviews, and your first 2 videos, I think they're fantastic. So
thank
I hope you
you.
keep at it, man.
Yeah, honestly, I was supposed to make a Silver Surfer review. I literally had all everything, and then my studio lights started dying, and then the brightness went down from like really bright to very, very, very dim. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to, you know, not do this review. But I've been kind of playing with the idea. I'm just waiting for new things to come out, and then I'll start posting more reviews soon.
So Thor 2012 says super dope. Blake dope. Omar, Tyler 796. They all say dope. They all dig that figure. Jason wasn't happy that I called him old in regards to those retro figures, but
Yeah,
let's
this
see.
honestly, this is such a dope figure. This is a must get for me.
Oh, hey, Dan Who says I think your reviews were great too. So that's awesome, man. An
Thank
international
you,
fan.
Dan. Thank you so much.
How you feel
I
about Dan watching your review is how I feel when you were the one viewer on my Twitch stream last night. I'm like, yes, one. So I usually do this here on YouTube, but then yesterday I tried also simultaneously streaming it to Twitch at the same time just to try a different platform, and I think I got 3 new subs and 1 viewer, which was Troy. So that's you're a real homie right there. You're the only one. I
yeah,
know you prefer Twitch too.
I do prefer Twitch. I really like Twitch. I watch a lot of Twitch streamers, so it was like, oh, you're going live on Twitch? Found you, and then I started watching you on Twitch. So
There we go. I
I
lost
like
one
Twitch.
YouTube viewer and I gained one Twitch sub. So Quasar, for you, that's a dope, right? I think the everyone in the chat agrees as well.
It's a dope.
And these are available at Walgreens in America, and here in Canada will be EB Games in the spring. And usually, how EB Games works is there's a reveal, and then the system gets updated overnight, and they should have a SKU in the system the next day. I try
Yeah,
my best to, and so do you on your Instagram. We try our best to get that information for people who follow and post that up there. So make sure you follow either myself or Troy Collects Toys on Instagram, and we'll keep posting those updates
I already
there.
have the Villains Wave post ready to go when it goes live on EB Games. So I'm
What a
just waiting
pro!
for the SKUs, and I'm ready to go. And then I'll send it to everyone. Go, here you go,
What
post
a
what you like.
professional!
Hey,
I
once it
dig
goes
that.
live at 1 o'clock, you just find the photos, and you just put it into your what is it, like the template, and the template's done, and all you need is information. So
Yeah,
it's easy.
I have like 4 different templates. I keep forgetting to use them. Next they showed Civil. What was this guy's name again?
Civil Warrior.
Civil Warrior. That's right. This is from the. Is it a Gamerverse figure?
This is a Gamerverse figure. This is from the Marvel's Contest of Champions. I was an avid Contest of Champions player. I went to E3 a couple years ago, and I was playing Contest of Champions, and I was really kicking butt in the tournament they had there. Civil Warrior was actually OP, so he's really good in the game, which I really liked. But for me, this is a nope, because I do not do like alternate universe kind of figures that are going to just end up in a pile like this right over here. That my like it's not going to be displayed, because like I try to keep my display like MC, not MCU, like X-Men, Avengers,
Right.
whatever.
No, you
Like
got rid of
it
all your
has no
MCU.
place. I did. I got rid of all my MCU figures, and this is rumored to be in the Disney Plus wave. I think this is probably one of the only comic book figures in the wave, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken. But yeah, Toys R Us had the product page for the Disney Plus wave, which they did
Right.
not reveal today. So I think I sent that to you, right? Like
The
the
listing, I
Toys R Us
believe so.
page. Yeah, so they had the listing. So we know there's a Disney Plus wave, and this is probably going to be in that Disney Plus wave.
You know, like Dan Who said, if you're an Iron Man collector, this is an extra suit for your Hall of Armor. I think it's the design itself is pretty cool. Like the concept of the character, the arc reactor shield, I think is super cool. And they mentioned on the stream that it's actually sculpted with the deco painted inside, so it's not like a cheap print on sticker or paint job like that. It's actually
Mm.
sculpted in the middle. So I think that's nice, a nice accessory to
Well,
have.
it's kind of funny that this figure is basically going to be 100% reuse except the shield. So
Yeah.
I mean, they have to retool something, and if they want to retool shield, awesome.
Speaking of 100% reuse except for the next one is the artificial intelligence Tony Stark with a clear blue Force Ghost head. And which
Um,
which which armor is this again?
I think this was the well, I don't know what armor. I think it's like the I don't want to say
I
anything,
think
but like
it's
this
a
is
Mark
from this
IV.
is
I'm terrible with Iron Man armors.
yeah, me too. This is a reuse of the 80th anniversary Iron Man, except the
Right.
head and the chest plate is a different color. But yeah, this is definitely a nope for me. Um, honestly, like I didn't read that Iron Man story, but yeah, not looking forward to this figure. And if it doesn't have a bath piece, I'm probably skipping it.
Nice. Well, I mean, it's a little bit brighter paint job on this one compared to the 80th. It looks like, and they also mentioned they included the helmet as well for your benefit. It would have been cool to see, like, I don't know how you would integrate more of an AI into the suit of armor, maybe the entire figure to be like the clear printing. But sometimes when
Yeah,
you do an entire figure clear, it's hard to mask the joints. First of all, like you don't know about the material; it could be more brittle when it's clear, and then you see the joints in the middle. It kind of ruins the whole illusion of like the entire AI or like a Force Ghost, like in Star Wars. That's why I'm calling this Force
yeah,
Ghost.
and I mean we've gotten figures like that before. Like we have the Mysterio head that had the clear head and
Right.
such, and that worked. I like that, but I don't know, like just to display this like this on a shelf, I'm not really like I don't know. Again, this is great for a hall of armors, like Dan who said, but this is definitely not something that's going to be displayed in my main shelf. So for me, this is a nope.
Yeah, it's going to be a note from me for some other people as well. If you missed the 80th Iron Man, I guess here's your chance. Although, that Iron Man up here was on clearance for a while, I think, at a lot of places. him
Yeah, I got
and
mine
Thor.
for like, yeah, I got both him and Thor for $18. So I was
Yeah.
pretty excited about that. So I will keep my 80th anniversary one and I will not pick this one up. But if someone likes this figure, hey, it's
Yeah.
there. It's made for you. So
Another thing they showed, which was really cool. Um, this is a figure that has already been revealed, but they just, they're just showcasing one of the new features. And and Ryan says, "True story here. We got this inspiration from Mr. Potato Head, also available from Hasbro." Uh, I find it's hard to believe when people says, "Oh, this is a true story." If they preface that story with that statement, it's usually some sort of. I'm kind of like, is that really true now? Because why did you go out of your way to say that? But I think
I
this is
could
a cool
imagine
idea.
like it is a cool idea, but like I can imagine like I don't know if you watched the Disney Plus series where they were walking, where Dan, no, not Dan, Ryan was walking around Hasbro and he's like looking at everything and saying hi to people. I just
Yeah.
imagine him like looking at a Mr. Potato Head one day and like accidentally like dropping it and like the butt plug or whatever falls out, and you're just like,
What?
oh my
It's
gosh,
a panel.
storage,
Yeah.
storage. We could put storage in its butt. So I feel like this is like kind of cool. So yeah, this is really cool, and I think this is like they purposely did this to because the packaging is going to be like really small, so they
Right.
took out some pieces so it could fit into the packaging. So this is a really cool concept.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I like to think of it as like a gravity, that epiphanal moment when the apple falls down on his head, like Ryan, but it was a Mr. Potato Head and it falls open and he has his epiphanal moment like, oh my god, I can put M.O.D.O.K
Exactly.
faces in here. So I picture it kind of happening like that. You can put their hands, you can put the the faceplate in there, so that's super cool. And they were also showing that along with all the AIM soldiers you can get on Pulse.
I really like this M.O.D.O.K, so this is definitely something I'm going to get because I wasn't able to complete the Toy Biz one. So this is something I'm going to get for sure.
I actually sold my Toy Biz one, which I mildly regret because that one has an incredible face sculpt. All the detail on that, like on the front of that, on that front of that piece, and I don't
Mhm.
think this one meets it on that level in terms of sculpt. But
But it has
definitely
an
need an
alternate
upgrade.
head.
Yes, that's true. So M.O.D.O.K, although it's not a new reveal, that's dope for me. I still think it's great, and I'm definitely gonna get it.
Yep, dope for me.
And now we are going to move to the latter half of their presentation. We went through the heroes first, and then it was M.O.D.O.K, and then after that, it was the villains. Villains wave, which has been talked about before. The first one they
This is probably
showed,
what, the third time they've talked about the villains wave?
yeah, but this is more, I guess, seeing it all together at once. First that they showed is the AIM Scientist Supreme. I'm loving this packaging, by the way. All these colors, like the
Yeah.
green and purple, go really well together. The super villains graphic right on the front.
Yeah, no, this packaging looks stunning. So kudos to the packaging designers.
Absolutely. The unsung heroes of people who make it hard for me to open toys.
Exactly.
You see, it's got a Build-A-Figure piece there, and overall, I mean, the sculpt itself is really cool. Is he supposed to have, like, comic wise? Is there any more detail on his paint, or should there be more in there, or is it actually just that smooth and gold?
To be very honest, I'm not 100% sure when they revealed this figure and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I started like googling images and it looks pretty accurate, but um like all Marvel Legends, they're always missing something, but granted the comics do differ from artist to artist, so this could
Right.
be like whose ever interpretation of the figures or the character. So, yeah, I mean, he looks cool. He looks pretty accurate.
And by the way, guys, Troy actually, like, when he says he looked at the comic, he does this stuff. Like, he's really into this. He does his research. I'll message him, and then he'll be like, "Hey, I'm just watching an old Hasbro Pulse event. and he's just
Yep.
watching it for it's like if you were Michael Jordan and you were studying tape of another team before a game, this is the equivalent of that. That's what he does.
Yep. I mean, I gave you like the answers to that sword in like what, 20 seconds? Like
Yeah.
literally they went off and I
I'm
was like,
typing
"Oh,
like
here's
I
pictures of it."
wonder. He goes here, facts, facts.
I
We're
was
gonna
like,
have that
"This
at
is
the
it."
end. We're going through the whole show as it went chronologically. Here you have the back of the packaging where you can see
S-
the
Stunning.
build a figure assignment for each piece. And you know what? Like, was it the Venom Pool wave? No, the Joe Fixit wave. Remember, I was looking for pieces, and the pictures that found online, the bath parts didn't match up with what actually came out at retail. So,
Oh,
take that for
really? Yeah, no, yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Yeah, they were changed. So this is like, who knows if this is accurate or not. But yeah, I really like this. And are those the figures that they're using in there, or are they just using like digital renders?
These look like actual images on the box, and you can
Yeah,
see
no,
there
that's
Doom.
cool.
Doom does not have a bath piece. This figure still has the what's the opposite of pinless?
The
Pinful,
pins, yeah, they had the
pinful arms and legs, or elbows and knees.
yeah, honestly, we really need to get these upgraded because a lot of my figures now, they're like their legs are like starting to like bend in or like out.
Yeah,
I had
right from that point, right?
yeah, I had Monica Rambeau because I was going to take a picture of her today. I took her out of the display maybe Wednesday. Her legs are now like literally flying on the opposite direction, and it's like, oh my gosh! So I have to heat them and place them back. It's really bad.
Well, one good way to prevent that is not to leave your figures in a stack on your shelf and actually posing them properly.
I feel very red right now. Oops.
I'm
But she
teasing. I'm
wasn't.
teasing.
She was on a motorcycle because
Okay, yeah,
had
that'll
all
do it.
my I had all the riders' motorcycles just chilling on the top of my like this little box I have, and I just put her on top because I was doing like the reviews for the other figures. So I just left her there, and then I took her out, and I was like, oh no, her legs are warped. So yeah,
Yeah, I do that too. You review, and then like whatever you use for comparison, it's still in a pile.
yeah,
Next,
like Thanos has been stuck in a pile for a long time.
speaking of Thanos, he makes an appearance here in the next figure, Doctor Doom. You like that little segue, right?
It
Doctor
was a
Doom.
very good segue.
I've been preparing that. I was waiting for a moment to jump in. Doctor Doom here, and this was the what was it? Secret Wars. There's a team for it,
Secret,
like a
Secret
name for it.
Wars Battle World. Battle
Yes.
World God Doom. They can't really say God, so they just call it Doctor Doom. But it's from the Battle World. He's like all powerful in this battle world, and he's like the god, and he's like I think he's married to Sue Storm, and like he finds Thanos and rips out his head, like takes out his bones, and I don't know. It's really weird, but yeah,
Yeah.
that he does that to Thanos.
Yeah, they
So
showed that panel during like the
R.I.P.
panel from the comic. He just punches Thanos like right through the chest and just pulls out his spine there. Kind of like how I open my Black Series figures. I just go right through the front and just rip out the guts.
I've been
So
trying to
he
be
does one with
very,
that.
very, very cautious of how I open my boxes because the last time I did an unboxing with you, I just went boom. So everyone was like, "You are savage with your boxes." So now I'm like
Yeah.
very gently opening them up. I try to get like a pair of scissors. So I've learned my
No.
lesson. Okay, everyone, I've learned my
There's
lesson.
no time for that. The only reason to do that is if they have like really small accessories and you don't want them flying all over the place 30 seconds after
Yeah.
unboxing it. So that's the only time you need to show caution. So he does come with that accessory, the spine, and they showed on the live stream it actually has a moving jaw articulation on that
Mhm.
accessory as well. So you
I
can get
wonder if
your skull.
that's a Ghost Rider head, and it's just like the flame effects are not there because
Yeah, it
the
could
Ghost
be.
Riders have the articulated jaws. But what I do like about this Doctor Doom is that it's has a new torso and it looks really, really clean. But am I going to replace this on my shelf? Probably not. I'm happy this does not have a back piece, so I will be getting the other 6. Probably not this, but I could still say this is dope.
Let me see. Oh, I'm still getting used to this. Here we go. Some of the other hands he comes with. What is this pose? What does this
I like
pose
that.
say to you?
Like
Um,
that
he
hand is
seems
just like, hello.
he's doing magic. He's actually Job from Arrested Development. He's like illusion. That's what he's a magician. I guess he is.
I what I really wish that they had with this figure was a little bit more power effects, but you know,
Yeah,
I can't be choosy. So, but it is a very nice figure for
power
what we're
effects
getting.
or this spine. It could have been both.
I
And
think Hasbro's literally trying to give us like a graveyard of like bones because we got a skull with Apocalypse and they're now giving us bones and a spine. So I think we're gonna get like a Marvel Legends Deluxe bone grave thing. I don't know. It's like
that's
we're getting a
cool.
lot
Yeah.
of dead parts to
I mean, if
Marvel
you're
figures.
into toy photography, you can have these as props in the
Yeah,
background as well. Maybe some caves
yeah.
or like I don't know, some kind of cemetery digging up stuff. Or maybe they plan to slowly release different parts of the skeleton, maybe an arm here, arm there later on, and eventually make a build a figure. You know, rib cage, you're going to need all that stuff. Who knows?
I can definitely see that.
Back of the box, shout out to the marketing people who sent these photos. Artwork
Yes.
is beautiful as always. From the wreckage of colliding universes, Doctor Doom emerges as the supreme ruler of the new domain known as Battle World. I can't. Oh, that
Battle
didn't sound
World.
good. Battle World. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice figure, and I really like the packaging too. So, again, I'm happy it does not have a build a figure
The next one is
piece.
the long-awaited for all my X-Men fans, like Mr. Cheney from Toy Migos, all the X-Men collectors. This has not been done in a long time. Lady Deathstrike. Oh wait, so
Yeah.
Doom is dope or no? Let's finish that off.
Oh, so it's dope in the aspect of the figure. It's a
Right.
nope for me getting the figure.
For the collection? All right.
How about
Okay,
you?
so Lady Deathstrike. Yeah, the same idea. If I see it or if I have a chance to get the whole wave, I'll probably grab it. Lady Deathstrike from the X-Men. You have those big old hands with the long she has the adamantium nails. How do you feel about this sculpt?
This is amazing. This is beautiful. And this is a long overdue redo of a figure that we got in Toy Biz. So I'm super, super happy
Right.
that we are finally getting a Lady Deathstrike. And it looks really good because I don't know if you had the other Lady Deathstrike, but oh boy, not so
I did not.
pretty. Yeah, no, this is really good.
I'm trying to pull up a picture real quick of the old one. And these pictures are not flattering at all.
No, they're not really great. I do wish that she had some other accessories, but again, I'm being picky here because she's the only one, if you look at it, that doesn't have any accessories in her box, but she's basically a brand new sculpt. So,
Oh my.
yeah, not the best.
All right. Well, we don't need to look at that anymore. We don't need to be reminded of the past there. This is a
Yeah,
much
no,
welcomed update. This is definitely a dope for me.
it's a dope for me. It's definitely a must get.
Probably one of my favorites in this wave for sure.
Yeah, me too.
All right. There's a few more pictures of her. Look at those poses, man.
Whoever did that pose, that's finally a good Marvel Legends pose.
Heck yes. And you got like the cybernetics in her arm, on the chest there, on the back of her hand. These hands are gigantic. Face looks great.
Really nice. Really nice.
And you have the pinless knees right there.
It is
This is not
pinless,
a
yeah.
double jointed elbow. But
So I
otherwise,
think
I'm
going
stoked for this.
forward, didn't Hasbro say that like all new sculpts are going to be pinless? If I'm
Right.
not mistaken. But yeah,
I'm
this
not
is really
sure
nice.
about that. There's a lot to keep track of, but a lot. Let's see. Some of the chat says super dope. Double dipping on her. Uh, comes with the bath piece. Look at her wrists. They have vertical hinges. Oh no. So like this.
I think
I'll
they have this, yeah.
zoom into that real quick. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Looks perfect. I am blown away by all the reveals. Dope, dope, really dope update. She needs her original Toy Biz Crab Claw. Yes. So we have Lady Deathstrike, or we will have, and then we have Silver Samurai already. We have Omega Red. All of these go great fighting Wolverine, like Glass Babies said. So definitely very cool.
Very
See if I
cool. That's such a dope figure.
Yeah, it is up and down. It's so crazy. Look at the sculpt on this hand right here. Her left hand
I know.
right on the screen,
That's
but yeah,
so cool.
fantastic. And the costume looks really great too.
I think she's one of the best reveals that they did today. So kudos Hasbro on this.
Comes with a Build-A-Figure piece.
Literally Wendigo. But we'll talk about that.
With adamantium-infused bones and cybergenetic enhancements, Yuriko Oyama pursues a ruthless vendetta against the X-Men and Wolverine in particular. Sweet. Yeah, you get some
Very dope.
get some Wolverine figures in action. That's going to be great. Going to be a lot of cool pictures with this.
Very much
Next up,
so.
another X-Men related villain, Arcade.
This is what I'm so excited for.
Really?
Yeah, I love Arcade as a character.
I think so too. But go ahead. What do you like about Arcade? What do you like about this figure? Your first impressions.
So I'm a big fan of what was it? Avengers. Oh gosh, what is not Avengers Academy, but it was like Avengers. Like it was like the Hunger Games Avengers book that they did, where it was like they had all like the teenage characters, and Arcade like stole them, and like he was like making them kill each other. I was a big fan of that. So to get an Arcade figure, yeah, was a he was on top of the list for me. So I'm very happy for this, and I like how they have his long hair from the book. So
Yeah, you
Avengers
have
Arena, yes, Avengers Arena. So I love this. So it's 100% a dope for me. Definitely getting pre-ordering. Yes, this is great.
Yeah, same for me. This figure is dope. I recall him from a lot of comics and trading cards back in the day, and it's cool that they gave the extra carrot top head too. But I think the bow tie looks really cool, and a little green pocket square. And I think they
Yeah,
just
no,
have
this
the
is a
same photos.
great figure. Great figure.
He's almost like he got this Riddler vibe with the cane. I feel like there should be it could
Very.
have like a big question mark on it. A brilliant assassin with shadowy origins, Arcade makes up for his lack of physical strength with a keen intellect and vast personal fortune.
Very cool. Very cool figure.
Yeah, another dope for me. Those
It's a
him
dope.
and Deathstrike are probably the top for me in this line. How does everyone in the chat feel about Arcade? Let me know. Rich M says dope. Joshua dope. Jim Carrey alrighty then. Next up we have Marvel's The Hood, and I love this because they first showed him without the hood on, and I forget Ryan's exact phrasing, but it was what was it? Outspoken Marvel Legends fan online or something like that.
Yep. I mean, it looks like a dope figure, to be honest. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I just wish there was like an alternate head sculpt for this figure. I just feel that like the screaming face is a little bit too much, and I wish like we had like a neutral face. I don't know, but he looks cool, and it's a really good reuse of that Peter Parker we
Yeah.
got from the retro wave.
Is it also like a Stan Lee body?
I think so. I have Stanley
Like
right here. I can
that
check.
basic dress
Let's see,
shirt, jacket, pant.
maybe it is.
You.
Hmm.
Yeah, your shirt has
Definitely the
buttons.
shoes. Yeah, it's definitely looks like Stanley.
So none of the promo photos have what it looks like without the hood on, and I think, and that's being the first image that they showed on the live stream, I thought it was really cool as even like a civilian character, or you can use the head sculpt
Hmm.
for maybe like a goon, switch it on another body, for some background characters or some villain or some street level thug for your heroes to beat up, and it comes with two
Hmm.
guns. I don't know enough about the character himself, but this hood looks like, I don't know, it looks super like mystical. It doesn't really go with the other clothes he's wearing, but if it's true to the comic design, that's cool. I don't know how it works. This kind of looks like the whole piece is sitting a little too high, or maybe just the photographer didn't move it down a
Yeah,
bit. Like it's right.
like for personally, like there's something up with the hood. I think the hood is a little bit. It's riding up a little bit, and
I
I
don't think
just
you
think the
can actually
face
do this with the hood fully down. That's
without
why.
it going up, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also feel like that face, the face, we needed an alternate head to this, 100%,
Right.
because it just like if you have him just displayed on the shelf, he's just gonna look angry the whole time, and yeah, cool, but like I don't need him to look angry in my shelf. He could be neutral like everyone else. And this is something that Hasbro's done recently where they've given us angry expressions for figures and like
Right.
Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike has been had the yelling mouth, but why are you yelling? You don't have to yell.
It's got to be tough for them because I've always been advocating for more expressions on action figures because I always use Cyclops as an example. You can't have Cyclops with a regular face trying to do an optic blast because he
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't just be like just staring at something like this, like me looking in the fridge, right? So you
Yeah.
want that aggressive face, but then now like they put out aggressive faces, then people want, oh, why is Thunderstrike permanently stuck in that face, this and that. So I guess the
Yeah.
only middle ground is like having two heads, like you said, including an extra portrait.
Yeah. An alternate head would be really good for this. So I wish Hasbro included it. But overall, new figure. It's something we've
Yeah,
never had on the shelf before. So this is a soft dope, very soft
yeah,
dope.
that's actually a perfect answer. I'm gonna go with that too. I'll buy it, but it's not one of those like, oh, it looks so good, I needed this, is hella
Yeah,
dope. No, it's like regular mild dope, like beginner.
yeah.
uh
I
Trevor
could
McGuire
definitely
says
see him.
big miss. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's. I could definitely see him like peg warming a little bit, but again, I feel that like if I was reading comics when the Hood was the true kingpin of New York, and he was cool. He was a cool figure. So like I will definitely get it, but like it's a soft dope.
I think, how do you feel like, since it's part of a build a figure, if someone wants the build a figure at the end, this is a, you'll accept this figure, right? It'll be okay. But then if it were to sell on its own, you'll be like, what the hell, why did they make the hood, this figure's weird. So I guess this is its spot, to throw it in a wave with other villains.
Hmm.
And you get two pistols with some mystical blast effects. They actually plug in, which I like. I
Those
like
look like the
Hasbro.
rockets that came from a what is it? War Machine?
War Machine.
But they're
Yeah, see
not.
this one,
They look like the
his arms
little.
are down and the hood fits on a little bit better on the shoulders. The hood goes over his head a little bit more. Those two little medallions or whatever they're called, they're kind of in a better spot. So I
Someone in
guess
the comments said, "Does the hood come off?" Yes, it comes off.
yes, it absolutely does. Which is why I think it would make a great civilian figure. Uh, Hey, there you
I could
go.
definitely. There you go. I could definitely see people buying this for civilian fodder if they do like a lot of toy photography. But other than that, yeah,
This kind of
it
looks
is
like
what it
me
is.
telling my son to sit in his chair while he's eating.
Is this going to be another you represent in a
Does
figure form?
he look the guy in your chair?
That's
Get your
definitely not
fingers out of
me.
your.
I have definitely not. But yeah, that could be definitely you.
All right, another 112 Kev. And do we need a little blurb here? Let's see. Marvel's The Hood. A chance encounter with a demon gives petty thief Parker Robbins a mystical cloak and transforms him into a true criminal menace. Well, there you go. He was just out doing a job, found a cape, and he's like, "I'm gonna put no
Turn
effort
into
into my villain outfit." You would
again.
think the mystical cape would give him a new costume.
What should right? Ooh, this is what I'm excited for too.
This. Look at the colors in this box. Imagine just seeing this box on the pegs. You'd be
This
so
is
excited.
definitely gonna be the first figure that's gonna be snatched up. This is gonna be the one that everyone buys first.
Is it the lighting or does he look like Orange Skull?
He does kind of have a more vibrant skull. The other red skulls we've had are more darker red, but this is more very vibrant. But
Right.
it looks fantastic.
I love it. I think
Mhm.
he's Dwight mentioned it's a whole new sculpt. Um, I don't know if this face is new, but the smiling one with the teeth definitely is new.
That one's definitely new, and this body
Yeah,
has pinless tech all over. So
right.
this is a new sculpt with all new pins, all pinless tech going on.
This is looks a little narrow there.
It does a little bit, but
It's like the
pics can
Popeye
be very
proportions.
deceiving.
Your forearms get bigger, your biceps get bigger, but the elbow stays the same size. So he's got the Popeye arms a little bit.
Someone said if he had a green skull, he would be the Grinch. I could totally see that.
But definitely love the classic comic suit here. I think the only other version, did they make a Toy Biz version in this costume?
I
I know Mezco did this
don't
one
rem-
variant.
I think they did. I think he was in this costume. I think it was the Face Off one. So the Face Off uh, 2-pack with Captain America. He was in this costume and he had like an alternate, I don't know, some Strucker head
Right.
that was like a variant. So I think they did this, but it wasn't like this. It was kind of like this. So, but I really, really like this.
New face sculpt, alternate portrait is crazy. Look at that smile.
That's probably going to be my default on the shelf because
You
look at
can
that smile.
Photoshop this gun out for like a Colgate tube or something, and that's a commercial right there. But I think they said this is a new weapon as well with the Hydra logo printed on.
I like that. That looks really cool.
Looks amazing. It's an amazing accessory. So yeah, him, Deathstrike, Arcade, top three of this wave.
I agree.
Comes Angry Hands. This is the two fists kind of banging on the podium, giving angry speech fist hands. Weapon hands, some grabbing hands here. You can hold the Tesseract. Overall, I mean, accessories, hands.
Does he have the same hands as Frogman?
I don't
I
know.
just
I don't have.
noticed that.
Looks like it could be the same color. That's
They look like
funny.
the same color.
I put all my accessories away. So yeah, for you, I'm assuming I already know dope, right?
This is dope. This is a big, big dope.
Hell yeah, certified dope right here. A lot of people in the chat. Let's see. Trevor says Red Skull is dope. Glass Babies. Toy Biz did one of Red Skull in his Nazi outfit for sure. Yeah, there are a bunch of different variants. So definitely looking forward to this one. You can see here on his arm patch, another Hydra logo right there.
Very nice.
I kind of miss that Iron Skull figure. It's such a crazy, wacky design. I shouldn't have sold it.
I think I still have it.
Emerging from
There he
the
is.
ashes of World War II, Johann Schmidt rose to become one of Captain America's greatest enemies, the Red Skull. Johann Schmidt. That's a fun name to say.
I still actually really like this figure a lot. So
And the last figure in this wave, regular figure, is Dormammu.
I love this figure.
I've been very close to buying the Build-A-Figure, and kind of glad I passed on those. Now that this
Is
one's
he using the same body as Red Skull?
looks like the same ab crunch there. Look at you with the eagle eye. Let's see. I think there's an extra. Obviously, there's an extra piece on top that you can't see, but what do you think? The shirt ruffles kind of look the same. The abdomen ab crunch looks the same. Do they swap the
I think
belt?
he's. I think the belt might be swapped, but I feel like
Yeah.
they are kind of the same.
The folds here, right above the belt on the shirt, are like the exact same pattern.
Yeah.
Um, let's see if
Hey, I
there's any.
mean, if you can make two figures on the same body and
Yep.
put them in the same wave, that's great. That's very good.
Just change up the goofy boots, upper boot area here. This pose is kind of silly. He looks kind of like a Power Ranger
Yeah,
villain or
yeah,
something.
he definitely looks like a Power Ranger
I
villain.
think it's because the
But
face
yeah,
has no face. He looks like he reminds me of a putty. That's why.
but yeah,
And
no,
that
this is
could
a
ruin
dope
this figure
figure.
for me. Yeah, actually, no, I'm just kidding. It doesn't ruin it for me. It looks great. I wonder if these arm or hand flame effects come off. Actually, they probably
I
do.
think they do. Yeah, they do. They're the same ones that we got from
Hey,
a
there you
whole
go.
bunch of different figures. Yeah,
I mean,
but
just
yeah,
like that.
again, this is great.
Yeah, I think he looks fantastic here with this, even in this vanilla pose right now.
Yeah, his vanilla pose actually looks a lot menacing, like more menacing than the Power Ranger poses. I don't understand those that dynamic poses they were doing for him, but this is a
So
very good.
what I've learned from some people like the Amazing who does product shots and some other people I know is that it's hard to judge product shots and poses because you never know what stage of the production it's in. It could be still a prototype without all the working joints and all that stuff. So you can only get into a pose uh, with what you're working with, right? So, but it looks
Mhm.
like these are like full retail figures ready to go. So those are
Honestly,
definitely
I'm not surprised if we don't see this in the next month or two. They have a release date for May, but I definitely could see them popping in April. And like they said, April is going to be a big month, so I definitely see this coming out really, really soon. And
oh
if
boy,
you see Legends in their boxes, that means they're right around the corner.
right.
So this is definitely around right around the corner.
In package shots is definitely an indicator that it's ready to go. So for you, dope.
This is a dope.
Hell yeah, me too. And all of these figures, except for Doom, come with a Build-A-Figure piece to build. Oh, I prematurely built up to the bath. Should I read Dormammu? And then I'll read it. I'll do that
Yeah,
segment
quickly go
again.
through Dormammu.
A maniacal cosmic being with an unquenchable thirst for conquest, Dormammu uses extra dimensional abilities to invade realms across all planes of existence. It's an awesome description. Very comic booky. There it is in package. And something, whatever I said before. Here's the Build-A-Figure.
Here's the Build-A-Figure. Yeah,
Zen
he's
Blue.
he's pretty cool. I mean, I have no idea who he is. He's using basically the 90% of the Sasquatch body, but he's pretty dope.
Right. Even the paint with
Is
the
literally
blue
the
shading.
same.
Yeah. Definitely looks like a
Literally the
outdoor
same.
Arctic Canadian creature in the Canadian wild.
Definitely. So for me, this is like, even though the figure is 90% reuse, literally 90% reuse, it's a new character we've never seen before. And I'm
Right.
always more lenient to figures that we've never had before. So this is definitely a get for me. I mean, it's coming in all the figures, so I have to get it. So still, it's still a dub for me.
No, I get what you mean with regards to a new character. You definitely have to be more receptive to new characters, or else they're just going to keep giving you Iron Man, Captain America, and Wolverines, which are like the most redone characters in like Marvel Legends, pretty
Exactly.
much. So, and it's hard. You have to understand, like business wise, they're going to reuse parts, they're going to reuse sculpts. No, like that just wouldn't be good business. Like I say all the time, a car company is going to have multiple parts internally used across different lines, right? They're not just going to build everything brand new for each model. So business wise, if you can see past that, which sometimes I have difficulty with, but like Troy said, keep remembering new characters. You'd support new characters. They're going to do more stuff. He looks kind of cute with those little fluffy three-toe feet and three-finger hands. So you know what?
Yeah.
If I end up grabbing all the parts, maybe I'll complete them. Emerson made a custom of this a few months ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, on his he showed some pictures on his Instagram. It was pretty cool. He's got
Yeah. So
some
this is cool. I like the detail on his hand.
looks like some Star Wars badges you would see on an Imperial officer.
You know what? I did see a Thrawn last night at Walmart. So if anyone's looking for it, I saw Walmart that had Thrawn.
Sweet. Yeah, I didn't grab him. I didn't grab Cody because I have them already. I just got Luke and Han from the archive wave. Overall he's pretty cool. He's got that metallic dome. Oh, look.
He does look good. We're basically done.
Basically done one last thing. So how do you feel about this one? Oh, actually no, you already said that. How does everyone in the chat feel about the Zenmu uh Zenmu Bath? He is currently in the Immortal Hulk.
That's what they showed when they showed this figure.
Right.
That's
All
a
right.
Canadian Thor.
And
Basically is.
it wouldn't be. All right, let me see. A DVD remote in hand. That's awesome. Very useful. Could be a better Bath. I don't know who he is. I'm in the same boat as you. He's an android and uses mind control from that pad in his hand to some degree. I'm not sure if you're trolling me or if that's actually uh, part of his character, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is. But
And
overall, I like the figure. So
perfect. Last but not least, it's not a Marvel presentation without some sort of hint or reveal at the end for something that you will surely see in the future. And this is what they showed today. Troy, I know you have an idea of what this might be, but before we get to that right away, I want to give people in the chat a chance to look at this, see what their thoughts are. Maybe they haven't seen this yet from the actual presentation. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit. My initial impression is look at all this detailing in the blade of the sword.
it's very
I think that
nice.
looks cool. I mean, it is a 3D. This is a 3D render. It looks like. So how it turns out when it's printed or when it's casted, hopefully all the detail comes out. I'm all like into 3D printing now, so that's all I worry about. Oh, how does it print? How does it look? How's the detail?
It looks really good. It looks really good. And I
Design.
agree with you. I hope that the details does stay when they do print it. So
Yeah, and they can easily add a little bit of black wash to this and bring out all that detail when they print it. Hopefully, it doesn't. It's not just like a straight plastic print and then they just leave it
yeah,
gray or metallic or metal or whatever whatever color they use. Chat, what's going on? They said, Trevor says that is Excalibur. Is it a Conan sword? Excalibur. A couple of guesses here. Someone says I got 3 Sentinels. Yes, I got 2 Sentinels. I'm quite excited for
I got
that.
one.
So when this was shown, you basically messaged me in 10 seconds and you're like, I know what that is. And you not only did you know what it was, you had a visual aid for me, like ready to go. You had
I
pictures ready.
did.
So I'm going
It's
to zoom in on
Captain Britain.
right there. And I would have to say that is a very accurate recreation of this creation. What was that? What does this say in the comment here?
There you go. Can you hear me? Sorry, my AirPods just died.
Yeah, you're still good.
Awesome.
Excalibur. Something from the stone. Freed from the stone? Something from the grail. The image isn't the best quality. I'm trying to read this.
The name
of the sword of the king. I need Dan Hu to come on here and read this with his accent. I think it would be more fitting.
Probably 100%. I agree with that.
That history continues. Hope is here, or maybe like some Game of Thrones theme in the background. The sword is drawn. Dun, 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 dun. So yes, it definitely looks like Excalibur.
But who's going to wield Excalibur, though?
So the last time you and I were at a convention, Fan Expo, here in Toronto, Dwight and Ryan were both here, and it was at that event where they revealed the Alpha Flight box set. Mm-hmm. They're like, we're in Canada. This is, we have these characters. We're going to release this box set, announce it here, and they showed it off there. Could it be like some sort of Excalibur, Captain Britain style themed box set? Maybe they had a convention overseas planned.
Hold on.
And then they were, oh, here we go.
This just came in my mind. So I don't know if you guys actually, it's on Instagram, so you guys will probably see it. If you go to either Dan's or Ryan's Instagram, there was someone posted something, and it was a trade paperback of Excalibur, like the comic book series. And they did say that they're so happy that Marvel has given us free books. This could be some inspiration for future figures. So this is what I think it could be. So it could be, well, I don't want to say what it is, but I don't know what it is. But like that's where I feel like this sword could go. I think it could be an Excalibur box set, probably. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, because I know they do conventions all over the world. And, seeing as how things have been canceled this year and last year, this is something that they had planned.
They did
and just decided to reveal it here.
Well, hopefully we get that revealed soon. And, they probably might reveal that in a couple weeks, or not, in a couple months. Because they tend to reveal what they revealed next from the last stream and the new stream. So I'm just trying to see if I can find the post. If I can find it.
King Megacon says Black Knight. Oh, what if it's like isn't there like a Black Knight live action?
Oh, he's going to be in what is it? He's going to be in the new the Eternals movie.
Damn it! Now I have to watch that because who plays? Is it Jon Snow who plays him?
Yeah, Jon Snow does play him in in thing. I can't find it on that.
There you go. Yeah, Jon Snow guy. Imagine being him at home, and if he has this like a badass sword like this, and then he also has his sword from Game of Thrones on display. That would be awesome.
Maybe, but doesn't the Black Knight have his own little sword that he has?
Yeah, I should know. I have about 5 of him in my collection. Yeah, it's a different sword. I love that. I love that Black Knight figure. It's so cool. And the fact that that came with 3 different head sculpts is crazy. I
That
miss
was,
seeing stuff like that.
yes, that was a really. I mean, you buy one figure, you get 3 heads, but then you buy 3 figures, you have 9 heads.
Yeah. Now I have like an additional like 8 heads sitting on the side. The Ebony Blade. Yes, that's what he has. That's the name of it.
So could we be
Um,
getting a box set? Could we be getting something? Who knows?
who knows? Definitely you can message it here. You can write it in the comments. You can let us know on Instagram. We are active there all the time in between. I'm there all the time between live streams. Troy, you can find him on Instagram at Troy Collects Toys. Let people know what else have you got going on, man?
Not much right now. I mean, all I do is I don't know. Like we're on lockdown right now, so we have nothing really to do. But I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel. I'm trying to find new figures I could review. So if anyone has suggestions, I'm really open to that. Again, I'm more of a Star Wars Black Series and Marvel Legends kind of person, but I do deviate to some other brands like GI Joe or I think that's all. I do Power Rangers Lightning Collection as well. But yeah, I'm trying to do my YouTube. I'm trying to get more followers on Instagram. So if you haven't followed me, please follow me on at Troy Collects Toys on Instagram. Yeah, I usually give Mr. Kevin here all the scoop that I have. So as much as possible, I can.
Absolutely. We do look out for each other, trade information, hunt toys for each other. Even
We
though you
do.
live like 40 minutes away, you'll drive over for that new release that I find. So
Yes,
that's always cool.
I will drive there. Like I don't know if you can see it, but Storm is in the collection up there. She's somewhere
Beautiful.
here. So I really thank you for helping me in all the things you do. I mean, Red Hulk is over there as well. So I mean, Kevin's helped me with a lot of figures in the past, so I really appreciate it.
You've helped me out in a big way too. Okay, I wouldn't be doing all this stuff without some of your help. So I definitely, appreciate it, reciprocate the help and the love. Thank you everyone for coming to check us out here in the middle of the day on a Friday. Panchisi, what's going on, buddy? I just did a live stream with him and the rest of the ACBA podcast last night. If you're new here, every Thursday I do a segment called Unboxing Thursdays. Where I just open up a bunch of toys that I've had laying around, old stuff, new stuff. I invite on a friend who also collects, someone from the community, and we just like to hang out, open up toys, talk about this hobby that we all love. Like I always say, interact with you in the chat. I'm trying out some new stuff here, like this live stream. Guess who's in the chat? It's the real Dan.
Hello,
He
Dan.
was creeping the whole time. Dan, thanks for stopping by. Great job today, guys. Had a lot of fun. And so if you guys like seeing something like this at the end of an event, myself and Troy with some Marvel Legends, other collectors for different lines, recapping, giving us our opinions, let me know in the comments. Message me on Instagram, because it's always something new that we can talk about. We don't have to wait until next Thursday, especially on a day like today at 1:00. I bought my Mezco, that convention set, and then it was like, get ready, I gotta go do this. And this is Marvel Legends. We're gonna keep it Marvel Legends. I'm not gonna talk about how freaking much money I just dropped with Mezco, but it's definitely this is the era for a lot of new toys and new reveals. But
Don't
Troy,
worry. I'm in the same boat as you, though. Like tonight, I'm going to go hunt for the House of X wave. So,
my gosh,
dropping money on that wave tonight if I find it. So, yeah. So I thank
Sweet.
you so much for inviting me back on the live streams. I really like doing this stuff with you. So, yeah, I really appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you for your time, everyone. Thank you for coming out, and please keep toying around. Peace.
Bye.
I like that one. Bye.